All right, gentlemen. So I'm going to show you their goal. They got in here. They shot. They went here. They scored. Now that is the cause to an effect. So let's back it up now. First of all, why did they even have the ball there? Interesting. It appears that you guys just stole it. So we just backed it up 30 seconds. The ball comes here. You're going to steal the ball and freeze. So right there, you just stole the ball and you guys gave it right back to them. So we need to figure out that solution first. Why are we giving the ball up here? Freeze. So what just happened is you guys could have bounced in here, right? But we ran away. I'll show you again. So this is a communication error. You guys just had a communication error. He thought that he was going to get the ball. They didn't communicate. You lost the ball. If you would have communicated, you could have turned this into an automatic goal. Okay? If you would have continued here, right, via communication and would have kept the ball, what pass would have been open? This pass. Would you agree? Okay. Now, if you want to make it better, this guy had a good idea to leave it here. I like the bounce pass. The reason I like that bounce pass, when he steals it here, okay, you hold. As a forward, you lay off. Why do you do that? Why would he pass it here just to get the ball back? If you answered because it draws in the defender, that is correct. Now, if he plays the ball here, bounces it back to this player, the number 9, bounces it back here, that will cause the defender to step here, which will free up what space even better? If you answer this space for this runner, that's correct, because now this player is up here. So you play the ball down here. We're deep in the zone right now. Okay? And then what is the numbers? Okay? Because you have created a 1, 2, 3 on 2. By bouncing it, it creates a what? Okay, draws them in. Ball comes here. Who's going to start stepping to this guy here? Will it be that guy most likely? Or will he most likely have a shot? Okay, so my point is, because there was miscommunication between players and you chose not to bounce it in to draw their defense out and exploit that space, you guys gave it right back to them. Okay? Now, here's another cause and effect. They play it. Congratulations. You stepped and you won it back. This is, again, 20 seconds before you guys got scored on. So you had 2 opportunities to potentially, 1, score on him, number 2, to possess it. You get the ball here, okay? When you've got the ball there, you play here. Now, look at what we did. There's better options than this, because watch what's going to happen. Playing a tight ball into the middle led to getting picked off, and this is where it all started. Long ball, and you got scored on. So now we have to think of solutions, right? Why are we doing that, right? Why are we forcing the ball in here, okay? And then what are better ideas than that? So 1, okay, if you're a futsal player, what do you do off the pivot? A pivot's job, or a forward's job, is to build in players. And I say this because when you get the ball here, okay, what I would like to see is I would like to see your outside back who plays this not to hit the brakes. Okay, watch. You're going to hit the brakes. And because you hit the brake, right, you stopped and you no longer have that option. if you continue your run, like a Alexander Arnold, for instance, a Kyle Walker, right? Now you are playing yourself in. Okay, so that all of a sudden you would be standing here as an outside back, and there's a good chance that they wouldn't follow you. The reason they don't follow you is why. Okay, watch the outside back. Which way was he running? Was he running this way or was he running this way? So who has the advantage? The player that's just running this way or the player that has to go run this way to pressure the outside back, then run back? Okay, so let's say that you continue and you find outside back continues and plays himself in for a drop pass right here. Now, if you're here, you have options. You could drop it here, okay? And if you drop it here to your outside back, would someone step to them? Could it potentially be this guy who steps to the ball? And if that is the case, and they step to the ball here, right, what would that outside back be able to do? Could they potentially play it down the line? Now, it's no longer a one-on-one. The outside back and the winger create a what? A 2-on-1 versus this player. So the outside back could do, we have options, right? They could overlap, right? The outside back could look to go play into the forward, and the forward is playing the outside back here. Okay? Watch this player. Okay? The forward could hold, right? Now we're not talking about the outside back anymore. We're talking about the 3v3 at hand right now. Okay? The forward's running away. Okay? I like to use my forward as a hold-up player. Okay, so if you get the ball here, could that forward who lost their mark? Congratulations, you have just drawn in 2 players there. But you can't pass it here because you need who to play you the ball here. You need that 9 to check and lay the ball off here. And then if he gets it, how do you create an overload? Okay. So remember, we'll go back and show you this. Play into the forward's feet. Forward here, lays it off into this space that's about to open up. Bam. Okay. 1, 2. Now this player drives here, and you're going to see a 2v1 if that's what you answer. Okay. Remember, so that guy would have got the ball there, and it would have been a 2v1, 2 wave players versus 1 there. He would have stepped here. Right foot pass in behind, and you've got a breakaway goal. 2 situations that you could have turned into goals. But instead, because we didn't choose to make the right decisions, whether we didn't know or we didn't think about the rest of the decisions, this happened, and you went down instead of up. And so what I want you to learn is that by watching your game and understanding the movements and the decisions you make, you can turn opportunities are there to score. You're always a few passes or movements away from scoring and breaking down the other team, especially at your age, right? And if you don't do things correctly, right, and you don't maintain that possession, and you make those mistakes, you get punished for them like you did here, and you had 2 chances to score, but instead they got a counterattack and they scored because of the decisions we made, right? So we're going to work on our decision making here. And then I hope this was educational. I hope that this was fun. I hope that you learned something about your game from this. And I hope that you want to do more of this and increase your mental and tactical IQ so that we can become better players here in Minnesota.